In this session, I am going to discuss about usage of adapters. As you know already, there are many predefined adapters. One should know which adapter to use when, for which I will be showing a table now, which you can use as a reference for our ongoing sessions. This is the table. First column refers to adapter use, that is destination. Middle column refers to which adapter to use, and last column refers to the source, that is data source. For example, if you want to display elements in the list view, and if data is coming from either array list or linked list or array, we should use array adapter. Similarly, if you are displaying elements in the list view, and if data is coming from local database, that is SQLite database, which is in the table format. Local database means database within the phone itself. In order to store data in the table format, in Android we will use lighter version of SQL called as SQLite. Anyway, we have a separate sessions for SQLite also. If data is coming from SQLite or database tables, in that case we will use simple cursor adapter. But in the last sessions I have told, if data is coming from database, we will use cursor adapter. There are many types of cursor adapters. Mostly we will be using simple cursor adapter. Similarly, if data is coming from website or web server, and if you want to display the data in the list view, most of the times we will use custom adapters. Custom adapters means programmer written adapter. Array adapter and simple cursor adapter are the predefined adapters which are given by Android framework or Android software, whereas custom adapters will be written by programmers. Though most of the times, if the data is coming from websites, we will be using custom adapter, but that is not mandatory. In some cases, we may be using a simple cursor adapter also or array adapter also. But anyway, I am talking about most of the times, we will be using custom adapters if data is coming from website or a web server which is connected over internet. But anyway, we will see in what cases we will not use custom adapter in the later sessions. Similarly, if you want to display the data in the spinner, and if data is coming from array list or linked list or array, then we will use array adapter. If data is coming from SQLite or database, we will use simple cursor adapter. And if data is coming from website or web server, we will use custom adapter. Similarly, same thing is applicable for auto-complete text view also. But whereas coming to gallery, if you want to display some images or items in the gallery, there are no predefined adapters available for gallery. So in that case, programmer should write his own or her own adapter, which is a custom adapter. That is, if you want to display some array of images which are stored in the drawable folder in your application in a gallery, then we have to use custom adapter. No matter whether data is coming from array or array list or drawable folder, or maybe from some server, or maybe from some SD card, whatever it may be, if you want to display something in the gallery, we should definitely use custom adapter, as there are no predefined adapters for gallery. Similarly, for grid view also, there are no predefined adapters. Whether data is coming from array list or array, or from drawable folder, or from SD card, or from server, or whatever it may be, still we have to use custom adapter. Similarly, if you want to display the data on the view pager, mostly data will come from something called as fragments. In that case, we should use fragment pager adapter or fragment state pager adapter. As of now, how much ever you can remember that much. Don't try to by heart all these things. I will be showing lot of examples on each and every scenario. Similarly, if you want to display the data in the expandable list view, and if data comes from map, that is collection framework, hash map, tree map, or linked hash map, in that case, we should use expandable list adapter. Similarly, if you want to display the data using recycler view, and if the data is coming from any place, be it array list or array or local database or whatever it is, website or whatever it may be, we have to use we have to use recycler view dot adapter. Out of all these adapter views, list view and recycler view, list view, view pager and recycler view are very important. But still, I will explain with examples. But still, I will explain other adapter views also with examples. Now, let us start doing some projects using these adapter views and adapters. Remember, when user runs the application, finally user will see only the destination, that is list view spinner or whatever it may be. This middle layer or middle component adapter and first component source will not be visible to user. It will be understood only by the programmer. User will not know all these things. Now let us start doing some projects based on adapter views and adapters. From this session, next 10 to 15 sessions are very important for projects as well as to survive as a Android developer. I strongly recommend you, before starting adapter views and adapters, I strongly recommend you to go through collection framework classes and generics classes. Though without that also you can understand this, but you can understand only 90% of the content. If you want to get the complete grip over adapter views and adapters, first you have to go through collection framework concept. If somebody says I have designed an Android project without learning collection framework, most probably that person is faking or lying. Collection framework plays an important role in Android applications. First, let us start with the first scenario, that is, we will build an application with list view, with array adapter, with array list. Remember, list view and array adapter are predefined classes of Android, whereas array list is a predefined class of collection framework or generics of Java. Now, first let me show you the pictorial representation of the project which we are going to do on list view with array adapter with array list. Let us say I have a screen design like this, which contains one edit text box with hint enter city and a button with text add and a list view. Remember, list view is a view just like button and edit text, but the only difference is using list view you can display vertically scrollable list of elements. Just like you can drag and drop a button using a graphical perspective while designing the screen, similarly in the graphical view you can drag and drop a list view also. Now the requirement is, when user enters a city in this edit text box and when user clicks on this button, that city should be displayed in the list view. For example, let us say first user has entered Bangalore as city name, and when user clicks add button, that Bangalore should be displayed as the first element in the list view, which looks like this, Bangalore. And afterwards, when user enters Delhi as the city name, and when user clicks add button, that city name Delhi should appear just below the previous city, that is Bangalore, which looks like this, and so on. So whatever the cities user has entered, all those city names should be displayed in the list view. Let us see how to do this. That is a requirement. Now I want to emphasize an important point. Whenever you want to add a new element to the list view, remember, programmer is not supposed to touch list view directly. If you want to display some element in the list view, programmer should follow some process. Let me explain that process. If you remember this pictorial representation, if you want to display any element in the list view, programmer is not supposed to touch the list view or the destination directly. First, programmer should add that element to the array list, that is to the source, and then programmer should tell to adapter, in this case array adapter, so that array adapter will automatically take the latest values of array list and it will display in the list view. So we have to follow this process. Here I am taking array list and array adapter because here I am talking about array list and array adapter because in this session we are going to use array list with array adapter with the list view. So before adding element to list view, first of all we have to add element to source, that is array list, and then we have to tell to adapter, which will automatically display the element into the list view. So based on the same grounds, along with edit text box, button and list view, let me take array list and array adapter also in this pictorial representation, which looks like this. Now when user enters a city name in the edit text box and when user clicks on the button, programmer should write a button click listener with on click method with below steps. That is, in the button click listener, the first step should be programmer should read the element of this edit text, that is city name. That is step 1. Step 2 is programmer should add this city name to array list, and step 3 is programmer should tell to adapter so that adapter will display that element automatically onto the list view. This logic programmer should write in the button click listener, because the city should be displayed on the list view only when user clicks on the button. So when user clicks on the button, in the button click listener, step 1, read the city name from edit text box. Step 2, push that city name to array list. Step 3, tell to adapter. Step 4, adapter will automatically display that element onto the list view. That means programmer should not touch list view directly. You have to remember this point. Let me write the same steps in this pictorial representation. Read city name. Step 2 is add city name to array list. Step 3 is tell to adapter, and step 4 will happen automatically, that is array adapter. Since array adapter is a predefined class of Android, array adapter will automatically read the element from array list and it will display in the list view. So step 4 will happen automatically. Now since we are adding city name to array list, and since the data type of city name is string type data, so obviously that array list should be array list of strings. So let me mark this array list as array list of strings. And since data is going from array list to array adapter, obviously the data type of array adapter should be array adapter of strings. Remember, since data is coming from array list of strings, so obviously the data type of array adapter also should be array adapter of string type. Both should match. Now if you observe this pictorial representation, tell me which is source, which is adapter and which is destination. Though it looks like data is flowing from edit text box, but actually data is being added to array list. So obviously array list is the source from where the data is flowing, and array adapter is the bridge, that is adapter between source and destination. And since data is getting displayed on the list view, so obviously list view is the destination. So let me mark same thing here. Array list is source and array adapter is the adapter, or the bridge between data, or the bridge between source and destination, and list view is the destination. DEST, destination. So I hope you understood. Same thing you can observe here also. Array list is the source, array adapter is the bridge, and list view is the destination. Now the next important point which you have to remember here is, whenever programmer wanted to add a new element to the list view, or if programmer wanted to delete an existing element from the list view, or if programmer wanted to update an existing element of the list view, programmer is not supposed to touch list view directly or the destination directly. So whatever you want to convey to the list view, please do it in the source and tell to adapter, and adapter will automatically update the destination. No matter whether you are using list view or spinner or view pager or gallery or whatever it is, you should follow the same approach. If you understand this basic concept, all our ongoing sessions will be very easy. For example, if you want to add a new element to list view, add to the array list, that is source, and tell to adapter, that is array adapter, which will automatically display on the destination. If you want to delete Delhi in the array list and tell to adapter, adapter will automatically remove Delhi from the list view. At any point of time, don't touch list view directly. That is, don't insert list view. That is, don't insert or update or delete the elements of list view directly. If you try to do so, your application will crash. Now let us see the code for doing this project. That is, when user enters a city name and when user clicks add button, how to add element to list view. For this we have to follow 4-step process. First step is read city name from edit text box. Second step, add city name to array list. Third step, tell to adapter. Adapter will automatically display that element on the list view. Fourth step is clean the edit text and put cursor on the edit text so that user will enter next city in the edit text box. Fourth step is optional. That is just to make sure that user is feeling comfortable. Tell me, where should we write all these 4 steps? Everything should happen within the button click listener. So we should write this 4-step process in this button click listener, which looks like this. Before writing the code, let me make some assumptions. Let us say edit text variable is ET for edit text, button variable is B, list view variable is LV, and array list variable is AL for array list. Array adapter variable is AA, that is array adapter correspondingly. Now our button click listener will look like this. B dot set on click listener so and so, which contains on click method. Now first step, read city name from edit text. How will you read? Since edit text variable is ET, we will read string city equal to ET dot get text dot toString. Now step 2, add city name to array list. For this you need the basics of collection framework idea or generics idea. Since our array list name is AL, for adding any element to array list, there is a method called as add method. This city name add to array list. For example, if user has entered Bangalore, Bangalore will come to city and that Bangalore you are adding to array list. So obviously it will go here. So obviously that element will come here. But remember, though the pictorial representation looks like this, finally what is visible to user is only your activity. Only this much. And whatever you are doing here with the source and with the adapter, only programmer will understand. User will not know about all these things. And step 3 is, after adding to the source, you should tell to adapter. So basically this adapter is something like a lazy guy which will always sleep. Whenever you are adding a new element to the array list or to the source, you have to wake up this adapter so that he will check whatever the latest element added in the array list that will be displayed in the list view. For time being, let me remove these 2 elements, assuming that user has not yet entered any city name. Step 3 is you have to tell to adapter. Your adapter name is AA. You have to use adapter variable name dot. Just like for array list, there is a method called as add method to add new element to array list. Similarly, in order to tell to adapter, there is a predefined method given by Android called as notify dataset changed. What's the method? Array adapter variable dot notify dataset changed. Let me write same thing here. When you use this method, automatically this person will wake up. He sees in the array list Bangalore is added, which is not available in the list view. Automatically, when you call this method notify dataset changed, some logic will be executed automatically, which is written by Google developers because this is a predefined class. That logic will automatically push that latest element Bangalore as the first element of list view. So automatically that element will be displayed in the list view. And finally last step, clean edit text. Currently user has entered Bangalore here. Now once user clicks add button, now it is visible in the list view. Now we should allow user to enter next city here by cleaning this edit text and by putting cursor here in the edit text. For which we have to write the code like this, et dot, because et is a variable pointing to edit text, set text of empty double quotations, which means go to edit text, set this latest text, which means whatever the text is available, remove that and place empty string and after that cursor should blink here, for which we will use one more method called as edit text dot request focus. This is a predefined method of Android software. When you use request focus with edit text, system will automatically understand focus should come to edit text. Focus means the cursor will blink in the edit text. So this is the 4-step process to display or to insert elements onto the list view. So again user will enter, let us say Delhi, and clicks button. Again these 4 steps will be executed. Read this edit text value into city, that is Delhi. Add that city to array list. So Delhi will come here, and tell to adapter by saying notify dataset changed, which will push that latest element onto the list view just below Bangalore, which looks like this, so and so on. And after that again set empty quotations and request focus. So this is the brief code. I hope you understood how list view will work with array list and array adapter. In the next session I will be showing same example using Android Studio. If you understand this simple example, all our ongoing next 20 to 30 sessions will be almost similar. In place of list view, I will start using spinner, view pager, so and so. But the overall flow will look like this only. Data will first always go to source, and then to adapter, and then to the destination. Programmer should never touch the destination directly. If you want to do anything with the destination, you should tell to source and tell to adapter. Adapter will automatically take care of everything. Now in this scenario, since we are using array adapter, and since array adapter is a predefined class of Android software, this logic will be automatically written by Google developers. But there may be some scenarios. For example, if data is coming from website, in that case, we should not use predefined adapters. We should write our own logic, which is called as custom adapter. In this case, our picture will completely change. In place of array adapter, programmer will write his own or her own class, where this code will be written by programmer, not by Google developer. In case of custom adapter, along with the first step, second step, and third step, even this step should be written by the programmer. That is this logic. Just remember this much. I hope you understood this session.